Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well today. So today I've got a pretty exciting video for you guys today. So the other day I was on the Ulta website and I really wanted to buy some Makeup Revolution products because I wanted to test them out because everybody raves about them, especially their concealer, because it's only like £6. I think it was like $15 or something like that. But I didn't want to pay shipping because shipping from America to Australia is actually really expensive, as I'm sure shipping from America to anywhere else is. So I didn't end up purchasing them, but I was in the city centre the other day in Canberra and I went into Priceline, and the Priceline that I went to actually sold Makeup Revolution, and I was like, oh my god, this is just perfect. I'm going to be able to film this video after all, and I didn't have to pay shipping because it was already here. So I managed to pick up a couple products. Not everything that I'll be testing in this video is Makeup Revolution, but I have got quite a few things that I'm going to be testing out, and I'm going to be doing this kind of sparkly shimmery eye makeup look today. It's not too hard, it's pretty simple. The palette I got, it was pretty much all shimmers, so I had to do something with that. But a really gorgeous palette. You guys will see it in the video. So if you guys wanted to see how I created this look using some of the Makeup Revolution products that I picked up and tested, then just keep watching. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to moisturize my skin using the Tatcha Water Cream Moisturizer. I got this the other day and I just got a mini jar because even though it's like really good, you still don't know whether it's going to be good for you. So I just wanted to get a mini one to like start off with and see if it was like worth spending my money on to get the bigger one. I wish they had a bigger one in the, I'm not 100% sure what it's called, but it's like the pinky ombre red one. Because I think I wanted that one. No, the purple one, sorry. But they only had a mini one in this, so I just wanted to test it out first. So that's why I went with this one. So I'm just gonna... it's so soothing and cooling. So I'm just gonna push that in and pat that in and let that sink into the skin. Okay, so now that that's all set into the skin, I'm going to go in with my first Makeup Revolution product. So this is the Pore Blur and Prime Primer. So this one says that it's cruelty free and vegan, and the packaging is super cute. Makeup Revolution kind of have that whole like pinky kind of nudie theme going on with all of their makeup products. So that's really cute. So this is like the little applicator top. So let's see what this is like. I'm just going to start in my T-zone, and then I'm probably going to get a little bit more product and put that in on the rest of my face. It feels really smooth. So I haven't posted a video in a while, so I'm going to try and film and upload this today. So you guys will be seeing this when I film it, kind of. So it's actually really nice. I've never really been a big like primer, like I never really I never really wear primer. But that one actually feels really nice on the skin, so I might have to add that one into my routine. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution liquid highlighters. So this one is in the shade Bronze Gold. So I did have the Cover FX custom enhancer drops. Is that what they're called? Yeah, custom enhancer drops. So I did have these ones, but I've run out. So I thought I'd give this one a try and see if it's similar. So I'm just gonna get the product up. The applicator is quite similar. Ooh, that was a lot. And I'm just going to take a Real Techniques foundation brush and just kind of blend that all over my face. Okay, so now I look like the Tin Man. I'm going to go in with so this is the Fast Base Stick Foundation. So I'm going to go in with that, and I'm using the shade F10. Now, I got this when I was more tan than this, so it's probably not going to be the right colour, so don't mind that. We'll fix it up with concealer later. Yeah, definitely too dark. I'm just going to do the sides first because I don't know how quick it's going to dry, and I'm just going to take this random kind of foundation brush and just buff that into the skin. Okay, it's not very quick drying, so that's good. You have time to work with this product. Just blending that down the neck because it is a different colour. Okay, I've kind of fixed up the lighting there, so hopefully that's a little bit better. But yeah, this is looking nice. Don't just ignore the fact that it's a different colour. So now I'm going to go in with the Revolution Supersize Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer, and I'm using the shade C6. Now, instead of using a beauty blender to blend that out, I've actually been really liking how concealer looks blended out with a brush. So I'm just going to take the brush that I used before, and I'm going to blend out my concealer with that as well. Okay, so now that that is done, I didn't actually pick up any like powder products from Makeup Revolution, so I'm just going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder in the shade 15 and set my whole face. Okay, and now so for bronzer, I'm just going to go in with the Benefit Hoola bronzer and warm up the face. So I'm just taking that on my cheekbones and then up on my forehead. So kind of give it a little bit of dimension and a little bit of shape. What I'm also going to do is I'm just going to take a flat Zoeva brush. So this is the 227 Soft Definer, and I'm just going to contour my nose as well. What I'm also going to do is I'm just going to take some more of that bronzer. I'm going to do a little bit of shading under my bottom lip just to make them look a little bit fuller as well. Okay, so now that that's done, onto a highlight. So I did pick up a Makeup Revolution highlighting palette. This is just the Reloaded Light Warm palette. And these are the shades, if I can open it, and these are the shades here. I did already swatch this one and a little tiny bit of this one. What I'm going to use today is, yes, this gold shade, but also with a little bit of a combination of this pinky shade here. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the Glow Revolution Prime Set Glow Illuminating Face and Body Spray. I'm going to kind of use, I'm going to kind of use it like I would use Fix Plus, and I'm going to wet the brush to dip into the highlighting palette. So I'm just taking a Real Techniques, this is actually a setting brush, but I think that it's a really good shape for highlighter, so I'm just going to use that. And I'm just going to shake this up, and I'm going to spray my brush, and then I'm going to dip into this gold shade and this lighter pink shade, tap that off and apply. Whew. Oh yeah. I also like to take my highlighter kind of a long way down, just so that when you turn you still get a little bit of a highlight there on your cheek as well. So I'm just going to do the same on the other side. I'm also just going to do a little bit on my, above my eyebrows. And then down my nose. And then a little bit of the lighter colour on my Cupid's bow. For the next step, I'm going to grab my Juvia's Place palette, this one here, and I'm going to be mixing this shade and this shade together as a blush. So I'm going to be taking a Zoeva stippling brush, this is the 125 brush, and I'm just going to be dipping into these two shades very lightly and patting it off, and then I'm just going to be using those as my blush shades. I'm kind of going to go up and blend it in with the highlight and the bronzer as well. My camera stopped filming. But yeah, so that is the blush. It's really pretty. So that is the skin done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do my eyebrow. So I'm going to take the e.l.f. brow pencil. This is just in the shade dark brown. This is what it looks like. And I'm just going to take the stippling brush and brush my eyebrows upwards. Now I think, I'm not sure how it's going to end up, but I think I'm going to go for kind of like a more upward and rounded brow. And then, because they're quite sparse up the top here, I'm kind of going to take this up and then back down. And then when I get to the front of the brow, I'm just going to go in and do kind of slightly lighter brush strokes up the front. And then I'm just going to brush those through. Last but not least for brows, I'm going to take the Pump Blush and Brow Serum, and I'm going to put those in my brows. This isn't actually a brow, like a setting gel or anything like that. This is a hair growth serum by an Australian company called Pump. They also do hair care as well. Well, this is a serum that you put on your brows or your eyelashes, and then there's hair masks and that kind of stuff. And then the gel kind of stimulates hair growth, and so this is used to like grow your eyebrows and your lashes and stuff as well. And yeah, they also have it for hair as well, so it's like a hair growth company. But I like to use them because they do still set my eyebrows in place, and you also get the benefit of applying something that's going to grow your brows as well. And because it's like a gel, like you can see from here to here, it makes them like wet so that you can actually see the brow hairs, and it makes it a little bit more fluffy and natural. Alright, now that that's done, we're going to go into the eyes. So I'll zoom you guys in. Hold on, let me open it. So for the eyes, I'm going to be going into the Makeup Revolution Reloaded Affection palette. So this is what it looks like here. So you've got some really gorgeous shades in this one. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. A lot of them are shimmers, so I'm going to have to use something else as a base. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into another Juvia's Place palette, and I'm going to go into this shade down here. As you can see, I use this shade so much more than the others. Oh, and I've just dug my fingers into the blue. So I'm going to keep it quite simple today, but I still want to use some of the colours. So in this palette we've got a lot of pinks and stuff, so I think that's like what I'm going to do. I might use some more of these neutral tones as well, and maybe this one or this one in the corner of my eyes as the inner corner highlight. But yeah, so the first shade I'm going to go into is this one. It's, I don't know how to say it. This shade here from my Juvia's Place palette, and I'm just going to take that on, where is it? This is Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. I'm just going to use that as a base. That's very dark, very pigmented. I'm just going to use that as a base for the other shadows, so as a transition colour. Just quickly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my other Juvia's Place palette again, and I'm going to go in with this light shade here, and I'm going to put that on the outside and just make this outer edge a little bit lighter and a little bit more blended. So I'm just taking that on the Zoeva 127 crease brush. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the 227 soft definer brush that we used earlier to contour my nose. What I've just realised is I just said the 227 for the brush that I just used. It is a 227, but it's the Luxe soft definer, so I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see. So the white one is the Luxe one, and I don't know if you guys can see, but it's a little bit more fluffy and not as thin as the other one. And then the other one's just the normal soft definer, which has got a little bit more of kind of like a flat tip, if you guys can see that. So I'm going to go in with that one, and I'm going to take the shade. They don't have names, they just have numbers. What shade do I want to take? So I'm going to take shade 14, which is this one down here, and I'm going to wet the brush, and I'm just going to put that one in my crease, on my lid, sorry. And I'm just going to do the same on the other eye. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this gold shade here, which is shade number 5, and I'm just going, oh no, I've dug my nail into another shade. And I'm going to just pop that kind of like right on the center. Oh, that's a pretty colour. Okay, so now we can move on to the bottom lashes. So I'm going to go back with that soft definer, and I'm going to go back to the first Juvia's Place palette that I used, and the same colour that I used before, and I'm just going to pop that on my lower lash line. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the other palette, and I'm going to take this darker colour here, but very, very, very lightly, just to darken up the lower lash line. Now what I'm going to do, because I don't have a pointed brush, I'm just going to grab this brow brush, but I'm just going to be using the very pointed tip of it, and I'm going to be going in with this shade here, so shade number 1. I'm going to wet the brush and I'm going to use that as an inner corner highlight. Okay, so that's a really pretty colour, but I kind of want my inner corner highlight to pop a little bit more. So I'm going to go in with this shade here, and I might mix it in with this shade. So this is shade 8 and shade 11. So I'm going to mix it actually... I reckon I'm just going to go in with shade 8 because that one looks like a bit more white than the other one. But I'm going to do the same thing, wet my brush and then go in with that one. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so now that the eyes are done, I'm going to zoom you guys back out and we can finish the look with the lips. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to move on to the lips. So I'm just going to take my NYX matte lip liner in the shade Brunch Me, and I'm going to use that to align my lips. Right, so after I've done that, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Melted Matte. I'm going in with the colour Cool Girl. Okay, so now that the lips are dried down, what I'm going to do is go back in with a little bit of the concealer, and I'm just going to get my ring finger and just grab a little bit of the concealer and then pop that, and I'm just going to pop that in the center of my lips. So you can do that with a lighter color lipstick or a lighter color lip gloss, but I like to do it with concealer. It just makes them look a little bit more pouty and a little bit bigger as well, because the light comes forward and the dark goes back and gives your lips a little bit more dimension. So now what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Diamond Milk Glittery Clearish lip gloss, that's the word. This one is a little bit contaminated because I used it over top of red lipstick, which I probably shouldn't have, but I'm just going to go in with that and go over my lips to make them nice and crystal and glossy. Oh yeah. Okay, and last but not least, I'm going to go in with the Makeup Revolution Illuminating Body and Face Spray, and I'm going to set this look down. So I'm just going to cover my eyes just because I do have eyelash extensions in, and you're not really supposed to get them too wet if you can avoid it. Oh, actually, quickly, before I finish, I forgot to put on bottom lash mascara. So I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Damn Girl Mascara. This is a new one that they've come out with recently. Not too recently, like it's been out for a while, but I've only just managed to pick it up. So I'm just going to do my bottom lashes quickly. I will say I like this mascara and I like how thick it makes your lashes, but I think it would definitely be better for top lashes. I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but the wand is quite fat and I just think that it's a little bit hard. Like you can see I've kind of messed up there. It's just a little bit hard to get onto your bottom lashes with that one. But for the top lash, I haven't even been able to use it on my top lashes yet because I do have my eyelash extensions in, but yeah, I think that would be better for that and than the bottom ones. Okay guys, so I've just put some clips in my hair and put in some earrings, but this is the finished look, testing out not everything I used was Makeup Revolution, but testing out some Makeup Revolution products. I think they all were really nice. It's a little bit more of a simple look, but I think it's definitely way better than the first one that I tried to do. I think I should definitely stick with looks like this and nothing too crazy and nothing too dramatic, because I don't think I'm that good at those kind of looks. But I think this one turned out really nice. We've just got a little bit of a shimmer eye look going on. There we are. The highlighter is really glowy, and I actually really like the foundation and the concealer. I think they worked really well together, and I think the primer did a lot. I mean, apart from this one little pimple here that's given us a bit of texture, I think the rest of it turned out really nice. So yeah, this is the completed look and the end of the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give a big thumbs up. Make sure that you guys also subscribe. But yeah, do you mind not vacuuming while I'm doing this? Please. Anyway guys, yeah, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Make sure that you guys follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I will link them down below like I always do. I'll link down some of my previous videos as well if you guys want to check some out. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.